We want the truth. We want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We want the truth. We want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We want the truth. We want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. We want the truth. We want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing.
Peace and blessings, my brothers and sisters, my friends, my fans, and all my listeners. Welcome to another edition of FMW Live in the Studio. What's going on? What the hell is going on here? I remember there used to be a time when you could tell the real from the fake. You could tell the artificial from the original. You could tell truth from falsehood. But today, you can't even, you're blinded. We're blinded by falsehoods and make-believes and pretending. A whole lot of pretending and acting has been going on. I mean, I can't even trust my eyes anymore. I can't even trust what I see anymore. I don't believe what I'm seeing because what you see is never what you get. And that's the bottom line. Today more than ever, you got to be more careful. That's what you got to do. You got to be more careful. And you can't believe what you see. You can't. It's like our minds are being warped into accepting what is real. No, I'm sorry, not what is real, but what is unreal. What is unnatural. What is falsehood and untrue. What is pretend and make believe? We are being conditioned to accept this way of thinking. I believe it. I see the whole world accepting this BS, trusting whatever they see and hear. Oh, hell no! Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. I think I'm gonna need my spectacles for this one because I got a question and I need some answers to it. Who the hell is Brittney Griner? Who is Brittney Griner? Because there's been a whole bunch of theories. There's even been some speculation about who Brittney Griner is. And this has been a concern for fans, spectators, and investors for quite some time now. Actually, for a year now. This has been the hush-hush conversation. This has been the locker room talk. There are suspicions of foul play. And there have been. There's been suspicions of this going on now in the WNBA for quite some time now. Ever since old Brittney stepped on the scene. It's been talk, it's been rumors, and Adam Silver's name keeps coming up. The NBA commissioner. I don't know why, I don't know what about, but Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, his name is coming up on this. Something stinks. And it ain't the funk. It ain't the funk, baby! But I will tell you one thing. If this information is found to be true, there will be a dark cloud casted over the WNBA, over its investors, corporations involved, and particularly the NBA will be looking suspect. Talk to me. Brittney Griner's sexuality has been questionable for quite some time now. People have been paying attention, and people have noticed the unnatural advantage that Griner has over other natural women athletes. They are speculating that Griner has a great unnatural advantage over all of the other women athletes. This is what they claim it. His height. I'm sorry. Her height. The masculinity of it all. The voice. The shoulders. The bone structure. It ain't adding up. The attitude, the temperament against other players on the court. It ain't adding up. Adam, it ain't adding up. Something ain't right. It's been drawing red flags all over the place from players, investors, and spectators. Everybody's going, Everybody's giving that side eye, and everybody's asking the question, who the hell is Brittney Griner? Yeah. There's even been talk that other players who have speculated or indicated that there's something fishy going on have been cut off, kicked out, and terminated out of the WNBA. Like that. Gone. How is this possible? How is all of this possible? How does a gender mishap occur in professional sports? How does that happen? We're dealing with professionals. How does a gender mishap occur? How does a sport that's designed for women only, don't have any guidelines, don't have any restrictions to prohibit a mix-up like this from occurring? How is that possible? Aren't we professionals here? Didn't anybody lock the back door? Apparently not. Apparently not. But how does something like this happen? Well, I'm just theorizing that there was a time that they never conceived that this could ever happen. They never conceived that humanity would gravitate to accepting these laws and these unnatural ideas. They never conceived it. I'm just assuming. No one ever foresaw boys stepping into women's lanes. No one ever foresaw boys wanting to compete with girls. No one ever foresaw that. That was the farthest thing we would ever conceive back in the days. See, back in the days where I'm from, oh, hell no! We will have none of that. We will have none of that. Especially if you display it in the general public. Like openly like that? Oh, no! You couldn't do that. There was a time that behavior and conduct was kept in the house, kept in the closet. To you be your way, to me be mine. Just don't bring it out in the public. Because we don't want to see it. That was the vibe back in the days. That was the vibe back in the days. But this is the similitude. Like, can you imagine a father coming home from work? And he's got a son, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, and he catches his son playing dress up in mommy's high heel shoes, lipstick, wig, and edible panties. Oh, hell no. Can you imagine the disgust? the frustration, the embarrassment, the disbelief when you see your son playing dress up like mommy. Oh, hell no! You should have never did that. Never. Now, what are the rules of the WNBA? Now, I'm not a big basketball fan. I admit that. I'm not a big basketball fan, but from this day on, I'm going to become one. Because I'm going to be paying very close attention to what's going on now. But there are rules. And then there aren't any rules. I mean, in the WNBA, correct me if I'm wrong, I understand that there is absolutely no gender testing required. No gender testing required at all. At all. That's weird. They never made biological sex a requirement? Is that true? That they've never made biological sex testing a requirement? You don't have to prove what your biological sex is in the WNBA? You don't have to prove that and verify these things? They've never tied eligibility to hormone levels. They don't care about the hormone levels if they exceed the norm. They've never done any testing and put eligibility as a part of your hormone testings being approved. They've never done that. Why? Why? You would think that that is standard. That's something that, needs to be safeguarded. Because this is a serious loophole in the NWBA and in the industry of sports for women. First of all, it just ain't fair. It just ain't fair to all the other natural athletes who've worked hard, who've set goals, who play by the rules and had dreams that now can be snatched away because of particular loopholes that have left unchecked. Think about it. Now, Brittney Griner, we all know, was convicted of smuggling and having cannabis and was thrown in jail in Russia. Y'all remember that story? Well, there's some information that leaked out about that story that we didn't know. We knew that Brittney was arrested in Russia and was thrown in jail, but we didn't know that Griner was thrown in a male prison. Brittney was thrown in a male prison. Now, Russia ain't making no mistake like that. Putin don't get down like that. They discovered something. They found out the truth. And they acted accordingly. Oh, yes. Why would they put a woman inside of a men's penitentiary? Inside of a men's prison? Inside of a men's jail? Oh, when this happened, that's when Brittney's secret began to spiral out of control. But Americans are the last to always find out. But even Brittney said they put Brittney Griner in a men's penitentiary. They even strip searched her. Strip search. And they had several male officers in the room present during this strip search. And they even had to take photographs. They got photographs of Brittney Griner. And I'm sure those photographs have opened up a whole new can of worms. Oh, yes, Russia knows. Putin knows. Americans don't. It's the funk, baby!
When you found out that you would be released in a prisoner swap, which is crazy.
Never saw that trade happen.
Like, you talking about trades. Like, golly. What happened the moment American officials came and got you from the tarmac?
So, I mean, the trade took a little minute to happen, too, on the back end, on my end. Like, I had to get transferred from the penal colony to the men's prison in Moscow, and I got checked into there. I knew I was getting traded, but the way they were treating me and their one little last play to terrorize me or mess with me, because when they were checking me in, they had me stripped down butt naked in front of a room of like probably about 7, 8 men. And they had the Polaroid, and they got me spinning in a circle while they like taking photos, right, of my tattoos, because my tattoos are, whatever they are.
Woo! Damn. Brittney. They're not even calling her Brittney anymore. They calling her Bryant Griner. I mean, I'm not the one to gossip. I didn't make it up. I'm just repeating to you what's going on. They may not even tell you this type of stuff, but they are no longer addressing Brittney as Brittney. Brittney now has become Bryant. The streets is talking. Just for the streets, the streets is talking. This is what they're saying. But Griner, later on, to get out of that Russian penitentiary, that male jail, Griner had to go through what we call the exchange program, which is where two countries exchange, prisoners from one another. Swap out. It's called a swap out. And it was authorized by Joe Biden. Joe Biden authorized this swap out. Now, Griner was swapped out or traded for or exchanged for an international arms dealer. An international arms dealer who sold weapons to the enemy of America. Oh, yes, he did. He sold weapons to our enemies. He is a convicted terrorist. And his name is Victor Bout. Victor Bout, a.k.a. the Merchant of Death. Yes. You mean to tell me that they traded a basketball player for a convicted terrorist and arms dealer? That was the deal? That's big. That's big. That's a big deal. Trading a basketball player for a terrorist. It brings me back to my question. Who the hell is Brittney Griner? There is also a video on social media where it shows Griner shirtless at a pool setting, practicing her three-pointer with a water hoop, little toy basketball hoop you set up by the pool. Griner's out there shirtless. Shirtless, no boobs. I ain't see no boobs. I saw a tattoo and I just saw a chest. A bare chest. Very masculine. And Griner was very comfortable in his position, or her position. But the video wasn't flagged. That's the point I'm trying to make. The video was not flagged by AI. It was not flagged by AI. And you know, I mean, even though it was allegedly nudity involved. So why wasn't the flag implemented on Griner's video? Why wasn't it taken down? Why wasn't it removed? I mean, had any average other woman posted a shirtless post on social media, I'm sure it would have been removed. It would have been flagged. It would have been taken down. Yeah, there's a violation of platform guidelines that you gotta abide by. But that didn't happen in the case of Griner, who was completely shirtless. And the video wasn't flagged. It wasn't taken down. It wasn't removed. So I gotta ask, I got two assumptions right here. Either AI is slipping, either AI is crashing out, or either AI doesn't recognize or identify Brittney Griner as a woman. Somebody better talk to me. Oh boy, it's getting hot in the kitchen. Brittney Griner. All of a sudden now, since all of the talk and all of the allegations and the DNA tests and the Russian information and the shirtless pool sighting, and you know, it's getting kind of hot in the kitchen. And so now Brittney has been yanked off the roster. Snatched off. Name removed. Out of here. Disappear. No, there hasn't been any meetings. There hasn't been any statements. No comments. Just wiped off of the internet. Team page. Name gone. Disappeared. Even the jersey that Griner wore is no longer can you purchase that jersey in the team store. It's gone. They removed Griner's jersey out of the team store. It's not for sale anymore. Damn. Brittney Griner is being erased. Griner is being erased. Deleted. I can't. I mean, their biggest marketing superstar tossed to the side, kicked out, abandoned, deserted, deleted, erased. This is deeper than we thought. This is deeper than we thought. How can you change a person's status overnight? Overnight. You could be at the top one moment and next moment you down there at the bottom. Just like that. Just like that. I mean, Griner used to be the face of the league. It's superstar marketing player. Yes, the face of it all. Now, Griner is not the face of the WNBA any longer, but the scandal of the WNBA. I'm sorry, WNBA. I'm just tired of saying the goddamn initials because I'm pissed off, man. Now Brittney is the scandal of the WNBA, okay? You're no longer the face of it. You're the scandal of it. Tossed out, kicked to the side. Out of here. Career over. See ya. Wouldn't want to be you. Well, what's going on with the WNBA? They've been very, very quiet. Hush, hush. Silence of the lamb. Mums is the word. Oh, yeah. There's now talks of lawsuits and attorneys and foul play and strings being pulled and secrets and cover-ups. Oh, you should have never did that. Somebody's got to answer. Heads will definitely roll. Griner. Obvious advantage over other natural women athletes has been questionable for quite some time now. Just people ain't been saying it out loud. You know, it's like that old whisper stuff you talk about in the locker room, stuff you gotta make sure nobody's listening. And so you gotta be more careful than what you're saying. It's been that way. It's been whisper, hush, hush, quiet talk. Yeah, that's all it's been. Locker room talk, pillow talk. Oh, man, they going in on Griner. I mean, Griner has displayed some very controversial behavior and abilities. I mean, Griner's aggressive temperament is one thing that brought kind of a red flag and attention to Griner, because Griner's very aggressive, they say. And you know, Griner don't got a problem with, you know, giving you an intended elbow or a shoulder block. Oh, yeah. Oh, Griner. They saying Griner is a bully. And that Griner uses bully tactics on the court. Damn. Intended elbows, all kind of stuff. And then they caught Griner on camera going at Caitlin Clark, I believe her name is. That the rookie, the upcoming rookie. Caitlin. They caught Griner saying a couple of things that were very inappropriate on tape. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Listen, I think I done talked enough about this. I'm going to have a part 2 to this because I've become a basketball fan now. Oh, now I want to know everything. I want to know the rules. I want to know the players. I want to know the numbers on their shirts. I need to know. I need to know what the hell is going on, because I need to find out. Just like you need to find out. Who the hell is Brittney Griner for real? It's the funk, baby! Salute!